That's what some of us do in this community, apparently, is reward ourselves with more planners when we do a good job in our one planner. If you close it, just go ahead and throw it in the closet or throw it in the garbage. Just go ahead. This. Why on earth do you want to buy it and write in it and use up time out of your day to use it? So your ass decided to get a new planner and decided to dabble into the rabbit hole of our planet community and decided that you want to join. Hi sweaties, and welcome back to another video on my channel where I like to talk, be cute, be crafty and creative. And y'all, it's a new year and I'm so excited because you know what that means? That means new content, and that also means new people joining our planner community, guys, community. So welcome to Plannerzoid, and I'm Keke. So I love to talk about stationery and planners, that kind of stuff. And then occasionally I will do some crafts on my channel, like card making or just like something DIY, right? And then I will sprinkle in a little bit of gaming and lifestyle, just depending on how I feel. So this is pretty much my creative corner. I just love to talk and be cute and craft stuff. So I just had to give a little introduction because y'all keep subscribing to my channel and y'all keep seeing my video making the views go up. So let me take the time to say thank you. So I wanted to do just a quick little video, just a little talky talk, and I wanted to do 8 tips and things that planners should know. Beginner planners. I don't like how I said the title. Let me start over. 8 things for beginner planners that they should know. Basically, this could be beginner planners, anyone who's new, just got a planner for the first time, or someone who's been in the planner community but they just want to re-up on reminders, because y'all know how y'all do in this community. Y'all seen the views on my videos lately. Y'all know how y'all been doing in this community. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. I'm gonna get right into it. First thing that beginner planners should know. Every planner, but beginner planners for sure. First, you need to know what planner is good for you. Why on earth do you want to buy this? Why on earth do you want to buy it and write in it and use up time out of your day to use it? That's something you have to think about. You want to know why? Because if you don't have a purpose, the shit ain't getting used. I'm going to be honest with you. What planner is good for you? What type, what size? What are you thinking about? Do you want a horizontal, a weekly, a vertical, a bullet journal? There's like so much that is overwhelming. So let me help you here. I recommend getting a planner that is a one-stop shop and it has almost everything in it. Get a planner that has a monthly layout, so a calendar. Get a planner that also has a weekly layout so you can see the layout of your entire week. And then it also has like a daily layout if you want to write any quick to-dos for the day. Some of them do come like that, but some of them don't come with everything. So I recommend getting something that has everything in it so that it's easy for you. So for example, like this planner right here. So this is a happy planner. Happy planners usually have this kind of layout going on. They got the future, months ahead of time. I forgot what it's called. A year in a glance. They call it a year in a glance. And then this one has a small calendar. You need like a monthly open layout. So a good one would be like this one. This is the Nautique planner. They started working with Blue Sky and they're in Target right now. So I want to recommend something like this if you're getting new to it. See, this one's perfect for beginners. Look, you got some stickers in there already you can use. And I actually do have a flip through of this on my channel. So if you want to see these kind of planners and you're looking for something easy and affordable to use to start out with, check out that video. I'm going to link it at the end because I think y'all need that, okay? But this is the kind of calendar I'm talking about. Get something like this where you have room to write your shit out for the month and you have an idea of what your month looks like. So that's what I mean when I say what kind of planner is good for you. You kind of have to do your research because there's so many different kinds now, and you always could go the route of making your own. There's always that. If you're crafty enough, I say try to go the route of making your own. So the second thing that I think beginners should know when it comes to having their planner, right? And this video is pretty much for people who already purchased their planner and they're just like, I'm just looking for some more tips and information about it, because I am going to have to probably do a separate video about the different types of planners and stuff. I can't lump all this in one video, so I'm gonna have to do a separate video. The second thing, and if I'm looking down, I got to look at my tablet, but know the purpose of your planner, what it's for and how often. Like, do not say I'm getting a planner to write my to-dos down. I don't want to hear that. Okay. I don't want to hear that. That's why we're all getting a planner, to write our to-dos down. What about your to-dos, right? Like, I started getting into planning because I wanted to see myself be consistent with finishing the tasks that I wanted to finish every day. It's still the same as writing to-dos down, but see, it's a little different. It's a little more specific. I want to write my to-dos down, but I also want to finish my to-dos. You see what I'm saying? Think about the purpose of your planner and what are you going to use it for? There's so many ways to use a planner, which I guess I'm going to have to make a video on that too, but there's so many ways to use a planner. Like, if you want to do meal planning, that's going to be different than if you're using it for your daily to-dos and tasks, you know? So what do you want to use your planner for? What's the point? Why are you here in our cult community, guys? Cult, why are you here? There's so many ways. Do you want to be more consistent with tracking your habits and finishing your habits? Are you simply just like looking for remembering appointments? Like, there's just so many ways you can use a planner, y'all. And that's why I love my channel, because I'm here to show you that you can use this all those kind of ways. So in future videos, you're going to see me use the hell out of this, because last year, I'm not going to lie, I fell off with just decorating, but that's neither here nor there. Write down all of your goals and tasks and to-dos. Like, if you really want to get the most out of your planner, I highly recommend on a separate sheet of paper, because this is what I do, especially at the beginning of the year. That's actually what I'm working on right now. I haven't even started fully planning in my planner because I'm just still trying to figure out how do I want to get my system right. So on a separate sheet of paper, I will write down all of my goals, tasks, to-dos, and you don't have to do it for the entire year. Just do it for the month. This is something you should be doing monthly anyway, because you want to ensure that you use your planner. So don't ghost in here, try to plan the entire year out. That ain't how that works. You're going to throw the planner somewhere and say, well, I planned the whole year out. No. Monthly or weekly. Take your time and make sure you use this planner. So I highly recommend, on a separate sheet of paper, write down all your tasks, all your to-dos, whatever you're trying to put in that planner, and then categorize them. That's what I like to do. So it's all up to you. That's the beauty of planners, is that they're so versatile. You could do whatever you want with it. The type of planning that I like to do is no canvas. I like a blank space because I do use like a lot of stickers and stuff like that, but we'll get into that in the video. Number 4, you don't need an expensive planner. And I hope your ass didn't go and buy like a $50 planner because they exist. You should have spent about a good $8, okay, maybe about $15, okay, at the most I would say $25. The newer planners and the larger planners do cost more money, so fine, but I also know some planners can be quite expensive. You don't need to do all that if you're starting out, because you're trying to figure out your planner style. So start with something cheap. This is $8 at Target. That's all I'm saying. I mean, Happy Planner right now is probably on sale. Who knows? It usually is on sale now, especially at Michael's. Like, check them out, especially at Michael's. They've been going on sale a lot more lately. So you could probably get a planner for about a good like $15, you know? So you don't need an expensive planner. Don't do it to yourself. Number 5. You don't need to buy all the decorations like stickers and washi and pens and markers and paper. Oh, paper. I love paper. You don't need to get all that stuff. Once you figure out your style, then you'll be able to know what you want to buy. But until you figure out your style, I'm telling you, this is good enough. And I plan to put out a video. I don't know when. It's either going to be this week or next week, when I'm going to show you guys because too many of y'all are saying that y'all are getting overwhelmed with stickers and decorating your planners. I'm going to show you guys, as a heavy sticker user, you don't need stickers to decorate your planner. You can get a simple washi tape and a couple of markers. You can literally use the shit around your house. Do not go out trying to buy new stuff unless you know for a fact that you really want to. But if you're just buying it just to get caught up in the hype, please, y'all, please don't. I tried to tell them. You wouldn't understand.
I tried to tell them.
It's just the way we do things over here.
Come back. Come back.
Leave your planner open and out in the open. Leave your planner open and out in the open. I'm not playing with y'all. Too many of y'all are getting planners, writing in it, and then you want to close it and sit it on your cute little desk and walk off. It needs to be open at all times. Like, my planner is open at all times on my desk. I can glance at it anytime to see what task I'm on if I ever want to flip in it. You know what I'm saying? Please leave your planner open. Have your pen next to it. Have your pen right there on the page next to it so you can use it. If you close it, just go ahead and throw it in the closet or throw it in the garbage. Just go ahead. If you put it in your bag, just go ahead and do that too. Just throw it away because you're not going to see it. Now, if you have like a work bag or a school bag, maybe. But even then, I do think you should take it out, put it on your desk. Get in the habit of opening and closing your planner, picking up and putting down your pen, and turning the page left and right. Left, right, left, right. Okay, let's do 5 reps of that. I'm serious. It's going to be something repetitive that you'll have to get used to because using a planner is like getting a new habit. See, everybody look at the decor and all the cute stuff. Okay, let's look beneath that. Let's put all that aside because without all the decor, it's just a notebook. And then you add stuff to the pages and you turn it into a planner, right? So what was I talking about again? Number 7, don't compare your planner to other people's planners. I don't even know why we're talking about this. Look, I understand that the planner spreads are really pretty. And I understand that my planner spreads, oh my God, I know. But at one point, I wasn't doing that. At one point, my planner spreads did not look the way they look today. Give yourself time and learn your
decorative style.
Because when I tell you, comparing isn't going to do anything but make you feel worse and close your planner altogether. Your planner don't have to look pretty like that. Everybody's planner is literally pretty in their own way. I know I got a video talking about we listen and we don't judge, but for real, we really don't judge. Like, who the hell cares? If someone hates trackers and someone decorates too much to the point where they miss a meeting, then that's on them. But if it works for you, it works for you. So I highly, 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 highly recommend starting with functional and minimal decor. I really do think you can miss a meeting if you're new to this, so you definitely don't want that. So start with functionality in mind first. Make sure that you can write all your tasks and plans, and then you can decorate around it or whatever. And then over time, you'll know what you want to do. But you get my point. And my last tip, but not the least, because there's more tips. Budget and save. This stuff adds up. You think it's just paper. You think it's just pens. You think it's just washi tape. No, man. Michael's be selling some of that washi tape for like $20. And I won't buy it. And I won't. I need a coupon. I need a voucher. I need something. It ain't worth it to me. So when I tell you, hold on to your coin and save your money. Wait till things go on sale at the craft store if that's where you're getting it. If you're doing like small businesses or online shopping, I understand that's a little different, but even within too, you might wait on a sale or two or whatever. But the craft store, wait on a sale in the craft store. You ain't even gotta hurry and get the nearest, greatest. The craft stores ain't even the same as it used to be anymore, but that's another Planner T video for later, y'all. I definitely got some on that. And then I have a couple of optional tips I just want to get. They're just like 4 quick optional tips, super optional. So it's okay to try different planners. So if you do Do not be like some of these people that you see in my community buying 10 planners. I ain't even asked them to do that. I don't know why they even did that. I ain't even asked them to do that, child. Try a couple of planners. If you want to try 2 or maybe even 3, but 3's pushing it. But if you want to try 2, I say give it a try because you might have a layout that you really like. I also highly recommend, because I said this in previous videos, try to finish the month strong with your layout. If you can't, then do 2 weeks. But a day, a week ain't enough to see if it works for you. So give yourself some time to try to lay out before you go to the other planner. Okay? Set a block time each day for planning. That's what I do. I like to do that. I usually try to do it towards the end of the day. So maybe when you get off work or something, you know, set an hour to just write your plans out. Make sure it's on the right day. Yes, I've been guilty on putting my plans on the wrong day. I have missed appointments and meetings, unfortunately, because of that. But don't be like me. It's because I over decorate. So keep it minimal and functional, okay? Part of your time management, which is part of planning. So if you're really trying to get into planning, you need to manage your time and set aside time to plan anyway. Your planner doesn't have to be a physical paper planner. It could be digital. Like in the previous years, digital planners have really like moved to the forefront. So if you got an iPad or whatever, you could use a digital planner. Lots of digital planners nowadays also have stickers and attachments and all that cool stuff that can look like a real planner. And you can even do the turning pages like a real planner, whatever. You don't have to have a physical planner. You can do a digital planner on your iPad. All the same rules that I said, or tips, things to know, whatever you call them, still apply. This is optional, everyone's different, but my favorite planner system is color coding. So I highly recommend doing color coding, and I do have some markers. Well, I thought I had some markers. So I have markers that I like to use when I do the color coding. So I do use the mild liner markers, even though I've just learned that people hate mild liners. I like mild liners, but you can use any highlighter essentially to highlight and write. Tombow is my least favorite to use, just so you know, because it smears your pen and stuff. But a good rule of thumb is to highlight your section first and then just write in it. That's what I like to do. But color coding is my favorite. And actually, because see, now I'm getting excited, but I ain't gonna get too excited. I'm not gonna keep you on this video forever. But I have to show this because it's part of my planning system. Because I actually do plan. I don't just decorate only. I actually do plan. But most of the time I am decorating. This is what I use as my planner system. So I created myself a little calendar key. So whenever I do like a monthly layout in my calendar, I can just revert to these colors and, you know, plan my day or whatever accordingly. Sometimes some calendars are so small that you can't fully write in there. So this is a really good system to have if you want to just put like a dot or whatever. Like you'll see in my upcoming videos, because I have a small planner, like too small for a regular calendar. So I have to improvise. So I'm gonna show you some way you can improvise in your little planners. But yes, I love doing color coding. That is my favorite system and I highly recommend it. There are other planning systems, but that's my go-to. And then a last optional tip, reward yourself. Give yourself a pat on the back because you finally used that planner and you're finally getting acquainted into the cult community. So reward yourself for it. Go get you some chocolate. Don't go buy you a new planner. That's what some of us do in this community, apparently, is reward ourselves with more planners when we do a good job in our one planner. Or 10 planners. Sometimes people have 10 planners. But anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This was a great video to film. I really have fun because first off, I love talking to y'all. I love talking to my Zoidies. I have such a good time on my channel and I hope you guys are having an awesome time too. So please let me know down below if you're new to the planning community, or if not, how long have you been wow, how long have you been in the planner community? Make sure you have fun planning. Don't overthink it because I ain't got time for that shit and you shouldn't either.